So the 410 limit, that's basically a limit that the outlaws have, and most of the unlimited cars in the United States go with the outlaw rules.
Okay, so once you build a car, then it's set for any track you want to race it on. Unlike NASCAR, where you have to build the car by the standards of the track you're racing, here at one car, any track.
Right. With the unlimited sprint cars, most of the tracks throughout the United States go with them specs, and you can load your car up and go to California or Iowa and race it and still be within the guidelines of that racetrack.
Okay, now we got to bail Mike out. Okay, what size engine is in a micro car?
Well, micro sprints run 250cc motorcycle engine, okay, and the unlimited sprints run, of course, a car motor basically. Okay. So that's the difference there.
What kind of fuel?
We run methanol. Mm-hmm. That's been developed over a long time. Actually, it's a lot safer than running gas because methanol doesn't have the flash point that gas has. And it also, the engines live longer and run cooler with methanol and develop more horsepower. So it's a win every way you look at it.
Chuck, when you're racing the cars, to me, I think the neatest part of the race, of course, and I'm just a fan watching a race. I really don't understand the intricacies of it, but when you're the neatest part is going around the corners. How do you know when to turn that wheel and get into that slide that is going to keep you on that track and keep you in the race?
Well, for instance, say it's a wet track and there's a cushion develops, the rim of dirt at the top of the track. If it's wet, you try to plant your right rear tire on it, so you do whatever you have to do for corner entry. If you have to coast into the corner, which you see on the videos at Clinton County, I'm riding high, I'm coasting into that corner, but that keeps me right where I want, so when it's time to accelerate, you lay on the accelerator and you have the traction you need. A lot of people, I've done it, I've crashed more cars than I can count. You'll fly into the corner wide open and thinking just toss it sideways. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, now he crashes a car. What's the guys in the pit think when he crashes a car? You go, oh no, all that work down the tubes.
Yeah, here we go again.
Here we go again. Now, sprint car racing is a little bit different also in NASCAR racing in the fact that NASCAR, you race a car and then you have a week to get that car ready for the next race. Sometimes you guys are literally racing every night. How much time do you have to put into a car when you're on the circuit and boom, boom, booming in the races?
Well, when you're on the circuit, you have a maintenance that you go through to prepare for every night, the next night coming up. And of course you got to take into consideration if we did hit the fence or something like that. Of course that adds a little extra to it, but there's you can do the normal maintenance and go through the procedures and get ready for the next night, in the day that you have. But we don't, if you have a week to do it, you use a week.
Sure.
But yeah, it's one.
What's the most races you've run in 1 week?
In 1 week, probably 7.
Every day.
At one point, we had, it was 15 races in 17 days throughout New York and Pennsylvania. We had a tractor trailer, load everything you own in it, and just go.
Just take off and go. Okay, season's coming up. How many hours have you put, Ralph, into this car getting ready for this next season?
Oh, according to my wife, a whole week, every week. But I guess probably, I don't know.
4 hours a night.
4 hours a night, 4 or 5 nights a week, yeah.
And how many weeks have you been preparing?
Since the track closed down last fall.
So this is an ongoing project. Got a new engine in this year, I understand, and ready to take it for the next season.
Right. Yeah, well, that's the thing about over the winter. You try and get all your stuff that you have ready for the season so that it does cut down on the time between the races that you have to be building things, and it's an ongoing process, of course, but you try to prepare as good as you can to have everything up to snuff when you start the year out. So before the first race, of course, you put a lot more time in things than you would through the week on a regular basis.
What keeps you in this?
I don't know. Something I've been doing for a long time. I guess it's, I enjoy the competitiveness, and I also enjoy the mechanical value. You're just always discovering something, and there's always something new that you're working on. So it's, I guess, a learning process that I enjoy.
Big hobby. What about you, Chuck? What keeps you going?
Oh, well, I get to drive.
You get to have the fun.
Right, right. It's a science. I mean, we've invested some money personally and bought a lot of scientific test equipment just for certain parts of the motors, and that's our bag, the motors.
Yeah.
We just constantly learning, and it never ends. You don't just put a motor together and that's it. No, there's endless ways that you can do it, and you have to find out what works. We're computerized in our shop with 2 or 3 different types of machines, and you're constantly testing, experimenting. It never ends. And that's what we like, the science of it. You feel so dumb every day after you're done because you just learned something you should have known.
That's great. That's great. Guys, thanks for coming on the show. We're going to have you back here at the end and do a quick wrap up and talk about what's coming up in the world of sprint racing. The season's coming up here in a couple of weeks, and where you can go catch the Roan Racing team out on the track. But right now, we're going out on the sports scene and find out where Tom and Susan are. We'll be right back after these messages with the local sports scene. When Randy Hinkleman graduated from Williamsport High in 1995, no one knew that he would become an NCAA national champion, hold a state, national, and world record, and compete with a United States world champion archery team. The James Madison University All-American won the silver medal in the 1998 National Indoor Championships, the silver medal in the 1998 World University Games, and was a member of the World University Games gold medal United States team this year in Taiwan. Randy has competed 25 times with the James Madison University team and has finished first or second 23 of the 25 times. A business major, Randy carries a 2.75 grade point average and is captain of the men's compound bow team. Randy's long-range goal is to be the first Williamsporter to compete for the United States in the Olympic Games.
Susquehanna's swinging, baby.
Witness the greatest golfers in the world compete for the most coveted prize in golf, the green jacket.
What?
The green jacket.
A green jacket?
Yeah, it's this really neat jacket that has a cool patch on it that says, "I'm the master."
All righty then.
Well, it does.
The Masters, live April 9th and 10th at 4 on USA and Susquehanna Communications, an even better cable company.
Welcome back to John Powell Chevrolet's ESPN2 Local Sports Break Show. Well, most of this day was a washout for most outside activities, but now it's cleared up and nothing stopping Loyalsac High School tennis team from practicing under the direction of veteran coach Barry Boyer. Barry, welcome to the show.
Well, it's really great to be here, and it's good to see the tennis coverage.
Well, you are a veteran coach, 34th year of coaching. What can I say? I guess you enjoy the game.
Oh, I do, and it sounds like that's a long time, but...
Welcome back to the John Powell Chevrolet ESPN2 Local Sports Break Show. Babe Mayer, along with 3 members of the Roan Racing team, sprint car racers from right here in Williamsport, been around the business for a long time. Season's getting ready to open up. Chuck Roan, you're going to be the driver. When are you going to be sitting beside the seat and working the people from Williamsport come and watch you?
Friday, April 17th at Clinton County Fairgrounds Speedway. That's near the Bell Springs Golf Course. I'm sure everybody knows where that is. And that's under new promotion. Butch Livermore, he's from town here. And you can see the Brooks Lumber sprint car at Clinton County.
Where else is the team going to be running now? I know you run at Sealings Grove. Is there any other local tracks where you're going to be at throughout the season?
We try to hit one of everything. You never know where we're going to be. We're all over Pennsylvania and New York State and wherever we can afford to go. As long as we have the equipment, the money, we're gone.
And you're on your way.
Yeah.
Ralph, is the car ready to go?
Ready.
Chuck behind the wheel. Should be a lot of fun, gang. You get a chance to get out and see these guys. It's sprint car racing is a lot of fun. You've seen the cars on television sliding around those corners. Go see it in real life. Get a little dirt in your mouth. That's what it's all about, right, guys?
Right.
Remember also that the ESPN2 Local Sports Break airs every Saturday morning at 11:30 on ESPN2. Replays Monday evenings on SCN Channel 2. And want to thank our good friends up at John Powell Chevrolet, who believe that local sports like Chevrolet is a heartbeat of America. We'll see you next week on The Deuces.